friends, welcome. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping in. And if you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subby friend. And I know that this is sort of like going to be going up at an odd time, and I apologize. I've been so weird with work. So it's Saturday. So Friday I worked during the day, got off from work, slept for a bit, and I went back into work Friday night. And then I'm going to be going back into work tonight. So, you know, things are just a little bit crazy right now. And until, you know, the nursing shortage and healthcare situation gets all figured out, you know, my videos might be a little bit weird times. You know, for the most part, I'm trying to keep them consistent, but you know, again, my schedule's kind of crazy right now, so please forgive me for that. But I wanted to go ahead and do these because these are fun. I like to do these for like any type of, you know, holiday gift. Like these are super great. But with Valentine's Day coming, and if, you know, maybe you're a little tight, but you want to give something, you know, good and fun, or, you know, whatever, this is just a really nice little gift. So we have a candy factory near us that does the chocolate covered potato chips. And if you've never had chocolate covered potato chips, they are fantastic. And you know, I really like to make them. So I'm just doing the chocolate right now, but you can also do like a white chocolate and then put color in it, and you could do like some dip with color depending on your holiday. I personally, you know, just like the regular chocolate. So when you're doing these, super simple, but I like to use a nice, like a good chocolate, and I personally like the Ghirardelli. But because the chocolate is such a big part of this, I do, you know, prefer it to be a better chocolate. I got this at Publix, or it's like $3.29, something like that. And then the Pringles, they're like $1. So I like to use the thick wavy chip. It's thicker, it holds better, and it holds the chocolate better. And I personally, like, you can do the bag chip. I personally like to do these Pringles just because you know that you're going to get, you know, nice whole chips. Where unfortunately when you do the bag, you know, that's not always the case. You can have, you know, chips that are all broken and stuff like that. So I've got wax paper or parchment paper. I've got my chocolate, I have my chips, I have a bowl, spoon, and then I have some little bags to put my chips in. That's it. Now for this chocolate, I'm going to do it 30 seconds at a time, and I'm gonna do it on defrost or half power. 30 seconds, stir it. If it needs more, then I'll do another 30 seconds. So I'm just going to melt this real quick and we'll be back. Also like about this Ghirardelli pack is, like, if I don't use it all, I only did a portion of the pack. It does have, you know, the little thing to zip it back up, which is nice. Now you don't want to overheat your chocolate, and of course you can also do it in the double boiler method, which is a little bit safer than the microwave, but I just tend to not have that kind of time. You don't want to overheat your chocolate, and if you were to, one of the things that I have learned is that you can always add a little bit of cream to it. And you can add a little bit of cream to it and then stir it around and heat it just a little bit more, and that will help, because if you overheat it, it gets super hard. So that's why you want to be really careful and just do, you know, little bits at a time. And then now my hands are clean, and I'm making these for my husband. If I were making these for other people, because I use my hands so much, I personally, you know, wear gloves when I'm making them for other people, as well as washing my hands. But these are for my husband, so he can deal with my hands, but my hands are clean. And then just set them down and let them dry. And after you get done with these two, you can also, you know, put them in the refrigerator for just a few minutes to also let them harden up just like you would strawberries. And this is a really easy process, but a lot of people don't think to do the chips. And the nice thing with this, so because they are like just sort of decadent, ooh, I broke this one. You got to be careful though, also don't break them. But because they are sort of just like decadent, you know, you don't necessarily have to do like a bunch of them, you know, per package, you know what I mean? So like with this, I could do, you know, several gifts with just this amount of chocolate and chips that I bought. And I like to just make sure that they're covered all the way, but I also don't want them to be, you know, too thick either. And then the other way that I sometimes do them, so we'll let those start going. And then also sometimes, like, I will put them this way or the other way, whichever side you want to do. And then sometimes I'll also do this. And I will just sort of drizzle chocolate over them. Oh, got a lot. And again, these are for my husband. If I were making these for other people and I'm doing a drizzle, I'll use like a smaller spoon, or I'll even use like a piping bag. But I know it sounds terrible, but apparently for my husband, I don't necessarily worry about whether or not they're perfect. Let's not tell him that. And this one, because I got a lot on it, I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, smooth it out and go over the whole top of it. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. And if you're doing the drizzle, use a smaller spoon, or, you know, of course, use a piping bag, something like that. All right, so we're gonna let these harden and then we'll be back. All right, so our chips are nice and hard. And, you know, I have these little bags, and what I like to do is I will, after I put them in, I fold them over and I put a sticker. So if it's a holiday, I'll put like that holiday sticker, or I might make something with my Cricut, you know, something like that. And then, you know, I can just put these, you know, back together. And again, like, you don't even have to put that many in a package because they are really pretty decadent. And the other thing, so like for these ones, if I'm doing a swirl or like just like this, I will usually use like a piping bag. And on holidays, do like a dark chocolate, right? But then you can also do a white chocolate and do different colors and put up through there as well. So there's a lot. But these chocolate covered chips, I mean, these are so good. And now these again are for my husband, but you know, you don't have to put like a ton of them in your bag because again, they're sort of decadent. So you could really do, depending on how many people you needed to make them for, you could do, you know, like this much, or you could do less than this or more, like, you know, whatever you want to do. But I feel like I could, from what I bought, I could easily do, you know, probably like at least 4 like decently filled gifts of these. All right, so then, you know, I package them in these little bags. And these particular bags, I buy these at Walmart for $1.88. And they're just, you know, the perfect size for this. And then I will, you know, fold it down and, you know, put a little sticker on it. And, you know, maybe, you know, put something on here, a little tag, whatever. But these are delicious, inexpensive to make, and a really fun, good little gift for, you know, any occasion, and, you know, be a great little thing for Valentine's Day. And so if I weren't covering them all the way and I were doing this, put them in like this way so that like your color is showing, and then make sure that like on like your edges that you get, you know, like it like down on your edges so that when they are in the package, you know, you can see that, you know what I mean? Or unless you're doing all of them. All right, well listen, I hope it was helpful. I'm going to work, and I hope you guys have a blessed and beautiful day, and I'll see you later, friends. Bye.